guys, what's going on? Afternoons, a little after 12. Hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, well, this would be something I asked my wife to get me for Christmas. It's a kit guitar, nothing special. But let me turn this down. It's like the gem style that they have. This was the second one, because the first one, my wife spent more money on it than she should have. But then when I got it, it was missing the locking nuts. It was missing one of the posts for the trem. Some screws. And I had the parts here, but it defeats the point of buying something. So she returned it, and we found the cheaper one for this. It was $149. Got that in the mail. Opened it up. Missing the locking nuts. And missing the post for the guitar. But it had all the screws. So, needless to say. Yeah. Because then she also got me the EVH detuner in chrome for one of my other guitars. Got that, took that out. I don't know if I said that in the last video. Got that out, looked, and I'm like, oh, alright, the little screw is out, but it was in the package. But the spring was missing. So, you know, it's like between $45 and $50 for it. So, told her to send that back. So, she ordered another one to see what happens with that. So, I mean, at the end of, so I just wind up taking the one stud out of the other kit, putting it in here, and I did have locking nuts, so I wasn't going to send this back, wait again, then get it, and then the same thing. So, yeah, good times. But yeah, I wound up sanding it as much as I could, because I'm not into that sanding. And I had some ink, wood ink, that I just wind up staining it for the time being, the headstock and whatnot. And then I just gave it a quick on the neck to give it. But frets needed a lot of work. They were very sharp, for sure. They were level, I'll say that. The leveling on the frets were good. I just polished them, but the nips on the side, yeah, were pretty not good at all. I mean, everything came pre-screwed except the screws in the neck, which you had to make sure you measured it so you get your intonation. But if this was a kit for somebody who's never did it before, yeah, they'd have problems. They would have problems with everything, because they wouldn't have known what the guitar is actually useless by the one stud, or that. I mean, you could get away without having a nut, but I think this tuner here is a little crunchy on it, little tight. I should have taken it from the other one, but like an idiot, I did all the work on the neck on the other one, and then went through the parts when I should have went through the parts first. My bad. I usually go through the parts, but so I had to redo the neck on that. I could have just taken the neck from the other one, whatever. So yeah, so that was good. Just a little adjustment on that. The input plugs in to that, and then you get a little wire that gets connected to that, but obviously the little piece falls off, so you have to solder it on there. It is a cheap trem. which was be expected. I mean, cheap tuning pegs, cheap trim. I mean, no matter what I do, I barely could get it to wobble like my other one. So I have to measure my caliper and see if I can get an upgraded version for it, which might be a little tough because on top of it, I had to take out the original pickup and put another pickup in here. That came from my Ibanez, so it's roughly when I checked the on the meter, it was off by one maybe because the screws or the holes on the original pickup kept sliding through. So I didn't know that until I started adjusting it, because the body is just a little thinner than a regular Ibanez guitars that I got. So whether or not you can see it, see this is here. So the Ibanez's are just a little higher up. So when you put the pick guard in it and you go to adjust the pickups, the cavity isn't deep enough for it. So the pickups wind up, well, the wires under the pickups make it where when you lower the pickups where you want it, the screws start coming up out of the top. So I had to get a little, my Dremel, and do a little channel in it so the wires could lay neatly in there. But then I guess once that happened, then I guess the wood was actually holding the pickup from dropping. So, and you really can't take that much wood out of this because obviously it's the trem, and the back part of it, you'll probably go right through it. I mean, if I rig something up, I could probably take the Dremel and, my router, and just skim a little bit more off of it. But the bridge, no, it's fine. I mean, really doesn't go out of tune. It's not really buttery like my other ones. So, and I tried all different springs and took springs off, so it's still the same. So I don't know if I get another Floyd Rose Special used one, if the block is going to be too tall or too fat, which means I'd have to route more in here. So I don't know. And then I had to replace the nut because when I tighten the nut, didn't tighten it tight, it would just be like still going out of tune, and then this wasn't working right. So if you get this guitar, maybe yours won't be, but it's not worth 200. I mean, 150 pushing it, but I'm pretty sure you can get these on eBay for maybe a little bit cheaper, but nothing more. But I would just say expect either the parts to be missing, or it's a cheap guitar. So like I said, right down the road I'll paint it, but as of now I'm not gonna really do anything on it. But I know it's a compound radius. The radius is 10 to 14 on it, which is nice. The neck actually feels good. So I haven't checked the radius on the Floyd, because I know on my EVH, the Wolfgang, I had to buy shims to put the 16-inch radius on the bridge because it didn't feel right, and now that I did it, it feels really good. So I mean, the neck pickup, the bridge pickup comes out at 12 on it, and then the neck pickup was like well, the original net pickup was 11.75. This is like 11.72, something like that. So it's really not. Then the middle pickup is 3.42. So let me see, 25.5 scale length. So rosewood fretboard. I mean the inlays. I mean they did a good job on the inlays on it. Sorry if I'm moving like Frankenstein because I'm actually in pain today. So the body is what do they have? Maple or basswood, whatever the hell he called, and the neck is the neck listed as basswood. So it's soft for sure. So I mean, as far as routing, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, obviously the nut width is 41.8, 42. The heel is 56.6 millimeters. So on that, whether or not you need the fret width is 2.6, and then the height is 1.4 on it. But yeah, I mean, I might have enough room to give that little carve out on the like the Ibanez on there. So I know I have a couple of different Ibanez's and each one is just a little different. So I think my Geo might be the better, or I could like trace it up or something, or get another neck. But then the neck would be just as much as the whole guitar itself. So going to my Spark, and I'm trying to keep the volume down, watching the Weather Channel. It's a shame with the fires in California. It's messed up. I mean, you don't have to put the string thing down, but I do it because it actually, on this, if you don't have it on there, and as soon as you tighten the nut, it pulls the strings out of tune. At least this, I can bring it down and get the angle on the strings, so when I tighten the nut, I'm not blowing it out of tune. So some people say you don't need to have it on there, but if the neck was more, just the head of the neck was down more, it would be breaking the angle on it. But being that this will do it, so I've never. Oh, and the other thing, the tremolo arm that comes with it, that little plastic piece, when you tighten the arm is wiggly. So I actually had taken one off of when I replaced the arm, so I had the extra arm from Floyd Rose, and then I put it on here, so it's tight, because the other, so the arm is literally not even usable. Yeah, it's got that small little trem block. shim, maybe break the angle up, and I could raise the bridge up. I mean the trim up a little bit, because I have the intonation tool, and this is low, and it does fit on this, but it's just hits the wood. So I don't know. Obviously, this is the neck. The handle came out is okay, but I just couldn't sit there and keep sanding the inside. I give them credit for. Oh, here's the neck and the middle. Just the middle. A little dark. I mean, cheap components on it, dime-sized pots and middle and bridge. Let's be playing with the tone. And here's the bridge. I know they make another kick guitar with the claw marks in the back, so I really don't know what the dimensions are on that, but they're a little bit more money. But I think their kit, I think that there's coloring in the leaves, so. But another 300, I guess, or you could get a Gem Junior. I mean, it's good to practice on. So the only problem with the Spark is the volume just goes through the roof. So you have to keep adjusting the volume with it. So I'm gonna have to check the radius on these saddles, because it still feels like the EVA. Yikes. Yeah, just feels a little off. Not that my playing is good, but I actually have to play with the amp. It's making noise because I got the tablet plugged in, so the box it came in too was pretty shady. I mean, the first box, when I got it, I was just like, they sent it like this. It was just like, everything in the box was just, I'm surprised that nothing was dented or, yeah, it was a mess. Second one showed up in the same exact box, but at least it was in a bigger box. But yeah, with everything was, you could pick the box up and shake it and everything was sliding. So, I get a little wobble there. So, yeah, I don't know the name of the kit guitar, so I really can't do a link for it. But it was on Amazon, so if you come across this as 149 or 150, that would be it. The one that's for like 189, 190, whatever it is, it's the same guitar. So don't think spending more money you're getting a better guitar. It's the same exact guitar, and I had the same exact problems or issues that came with the guitar. So no different. So whether you spend 100, 200, 250, 150, whatever it is, it's the same exact guitar, different name of the company, but same guitar. So I could have probably bought 5 of these things at all different price points, and I probably might have gotten one that was complete, and everything else was not. Everything else was the same. Missing either screws, missing parts, missing, kind of weird, I was missing the same locking nuts, and I had the inserts with one stud, but the other stud was missing, which didn't make any sense why that would be. And the only thing I'm thinking is that when they were installing the nut, the locking nut mechanism, obviously you have to take these off to put it on, and they probably took them off, screwed it in, never put it back on. So just be aware that these are the issues that you might come across when you purchase one of these. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, and people in California, be safe. Listen when they tell you to evacuate. So hopefully the winds die down and everything else, and hopefully nothing happens between now and the 20th. Nothing major anyway. So all right, peace out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.